You ever walk into a workplace and just feel something? You know, like an invisible force field that kind of dictates how everyone acts, what gets done, and what gets ignored? Well, that invisible force is its culture. And today, we're going to unlock the secrets of what makes a workplace truly safe, or, dangerously careless.
Seriously, just take a second and think about it. When you walk through the doors where you work, what's the overall vibe? Does it feel like people have each other's backs, like they're careful and collaborative? Or is it kind of frantic, where everyone seems to be rushing and maybe cutting corners? That gut feeling you have, that's your first clue. That's the start of understanding safety culture.
Okay, so let's really dive into this. We're going to move past just a vibe and get into something we can actually define, and more importantly, something we can actually change. Because this isn't about that dusty safety manual sitting on a shelf somewhere. It's about what really happens out on the floor, day in and day out.
So here's the key thing to get your head around. Culture is not a one-person show. It's all about what's shared. It's the way the whole group, together, thinks and acts. It's what everyone collectively decides is important when it comes to safety. And those four things, attitudes, values, beliefs, and behaviors, man, they are the absolute building blocks. They're like the safety DNA of your company.
Now here's the thing about this culture. It's never neutral. There's no middle ground. It's either working for you or it's working against you. Every single workplace leans one way or the other. It's either a positive culture that's actively making things safer or a negative one that's quietly making things worse. Let's look at what that really looks like.
And wow, the difference is like night and day. In a positive culture, safety is just part of who they are. People don't work safely because the boss is watching. They do it because they actually believe it's the right way to do things. It's baked into every single decision. But on the flip side, in a negative culture, safety is just seen as a hassle, a roadblock. Shortcuts are the norm, and that pressure to just get things done always wins out over being safe.
So, if culture is this invisible force, how in the world do you measure it? How do you figure out if your workplace is leaning positive or negative? Well, you have to become a bit of a detective. You got to know what clues to look for.
And yeah, this is the tricky part. There's no magic tool for this, right? You can't just stick a thermometer in the door and get a culture reading. It's way more subtle than that.
But what you can do is look at the data. These are the telltale signs. Just ask yourself, are accident rates high? Are a lot of people calling in sick all the time? Is there like a revolving door of people quitting? Do people just ignore the safety rules? These aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet. They are symptoms. They're telling you the story of your culture's health.
So where does this culture actually come from? You might think it's all about what management says, top-down stuff, but honestly, one of the most powerful forces is the people standing right next to you. Peer pressure is a huge driver of how people behave.
And this just happens naturally. Think about it. You put any group of people together, they start talking, working together, and pretty soon a sort of social hierarchy, a pecking order, starts to form. Some people just naturally become more influential, and their attitudes, their behaviors, they start to set the standard for everybody else. Those become the unwritten rules of the group.
And this is the part that's so critical to understand. That pressure to fit in is so powerful that a really good, conscientious worker, someone who always follows the rules, might start taking shortcuts just to be accepted by their new team. That's the dangerous side of peer pressure.
But here's the good news. This incredible power can be flipped and used for good. If you can figure out who those natural leaders are, the really influential people in the group, and you get them to be champions for safety, their positive attitude will spread like wildfire through the whole team. You don't have to convince everyone all at once. You just have to get the right people on board.
All right, so we've seen how a culture gets built, but what tears it down? Let's take a look at the most common things that can poison a workplace and erode safety, even in a place that used to be really good.
And what you'll see here is that all these things are connected. It almost always starts at the top. If leadership doesn't walk the talk, nobody else is going to care. Then you have a blame culture, which is just toxic. It makes people hide mistakes instead of reporting them, so nobody ever learns anything. Throw in high turnover and a lack of resources, and you're sending a crystal clear message. We don't invest in our people or their safety.
And the list doesn't stop there. There are other more subtle things that can just eat away at a good culture from the inside. Things like not actually listening to what workers have to say, letting bullying slide, having procedures that are super confusing. Even outside pressures, like a bad economy, can lead to cuts that weaken the whole foundation.
So after all that, it's really easy to think that culture is just this giant, unstoppable force. But the real takeaway, the most important thing to remember, is this. It all comes down to individuals. It's shaped by those influential people on the team, for better or for worse. And that means just one person, one manager who leads by example, one respected coworker who speaks up, has the power to change the whole group's direction.
And that kind of brings us to the final question I want you to think about. Look around at your own team, your own workplace. Who really sets the tone? Who are the people that everyone else watches and follows? Could it be you? Because figuring out who holds that informal power, that is the absolute first step to building a culture that actually protects everyone.